Good afternoon, everyone. Hey, just a quick video. I just spent some time. I TiVo'd the big Goldman Sachs grilling on in front of the Congress today, and just wanted to give my opinions on it. It's basically the same. I mean, these guys are, they're trying to all dance on the head of a pin here, and they didn't know anything. Nobody remembers anything, but they're sure that there was no crookedness going on here. But anybody can see this for what it is. It's just they've lost so much integrity and trust. Anything that they ever had before. They're out there admitting that sure, yeah, we bet against these items that we're selling to these people, but that's just the way it's done. That's the way it's done. Well, you're dealing with pension funds and all this. You're dealing with people's 401ks and retirements, and they're grouping these things up and selling them, and then betting heavily against it to fail. And it's not only that they were taking a hedge position. They have the emails up there too, which weren't really brought out, that say that they're high fiving each other in these emails. When this stuff tanks and goes down, and they're saying, "Woo, we screwed over the yeah, we got him this time." Woo! That's the thing. And even the Wall Street Journal came out this afternoon and put out an article about how they've lost it. The new theme is going to be "Get me out of my Goldman Sachs fund," and they're not saying just because it's crooked. They're saying that they're not particularly good. They're expensive to have, one of these Goldman Sachs funds, and they don't really pay very well. Basically the only people that are getting paid in these Goldman Sachs funds are Goldman Sachs itself. They're the ones that are making all the money, and everybody can see it. And another interesting thing about today, which I don't particularly care about the SEC lawsuit. It's going to succeed or fail. I don't really care. It's about the loss of their accounts that's going on right now. And kind of coincidentally today, of course, we saw the markets were way down, and it's not because of that. The news from Europe was just terrible all day today. Basically, Greece had, it's been put on its deathbed. Portugal skipped all this Greece stuff that they did for a couple months and went directly to bankruptcy. And Spain is right there too. And as you saw, gold shot up today. And that's simply because the euro, is doing terrible, and people are not doing this currency hopping anymore to find the best currency. They're going directly to gold. Gold shot way up today. So there's very interesting things going on. It's kind of like I talked about in my video last night. I just believe that it's the, first, chinks in this armor, of this, the year and a half long market pumping festival. I think it's coming to the end here, and people better watch out. The Dow finished way down today, the biggest drop since, way back then, finished over 200 points down. And things are not good, But one thing this thing showed us today is how stupid our elected representatives are. If you guys haven't seen this, you need to spend at least a little time and see these congressmen and the stuff they're asking. These guys are inept clowns that we have representing us, and we deserve it. We deserve the representation that we have. Between Levin and these other clowns up there that are just asking questions, and they're like, "Well, can you fill me in on what does this mean?" Everybody, most people in the country know what's going on with these people. Anybody that's spending any time looking, and we got our own Congress people who are clueless to the whole thing. It's ridiculous. And McCain, what an embarrassment. If you haven't seen any of this, just watch McCain. What an idiot. I mean, somebody literally should have just gone in and wheeled him out of there and taken him to the nice, comfy home somewhere where he can just go and enjoy some freaking pudding cups for the rest of his life. The guy's worthless, an idiot. I don't care to say it. I never did like the guy, and he's the guy that was supposed to win last time around. McCain is a moron. Okay, so hey, whatever. Hey, a couple interesting links. I'll leave you. That Wall Street Journal is saying that if you were in Goldman Sachs, if you're a Goldman Sachs shareholder, you're a moron. Hey, if when Goldman goes, everything's going, and I think it's pretty near. So have a good evening. We'll talk to you later. Bye.
Am I going to see them? Am I going to talk to them? I mean, don't I have some kind of contact with them? No. No, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You mean to tell me that, God forbid, something happens to my parents and they get sick, I can't go and see them?
Maybe something can be worked out. They're sick. There's some extraordinary set of circumstances. Maybe something can be worked out.
I can't do this, Henry. I can't. I can't leave my parents.
Excuse me, Karen. I told you before. I'm not gonna do this unless you and the kids come with me. I can't do it without you, okay? So you do whatever, but
You need Henry. You don't need me, right?
That's right. Frankly, I don't care whether you go or not. If it's going to make him a happier witness, a better witness, I'd like you to be with him.
They want Henry. They don't want me.
But Henry's going to be in a witness protection program. They're not going to be able to get to him. The only way they can get to him is by getting to you, getting to your kids. If he goes into the program, forget about it. You're in a great deal of danger. I think you
I don't
understand.
know anything.
Come on, you don't know anything. Don't give me the babe in the woods routine, Karen. I've listened to those wiretaps. And I've heard you on the telephone. You're talking about cocaine. Conversation after conversation, you're talking to Henry on the phone. It doesn't matter. Because whether he goes to jail or whether he stays on the street and he beats the case, he's a dead man. He knows it and you know it.
what about the kids? The school?
They get left back. I mean, what goes on?
One of you guys went out to Wall Street to get some uniforms. Whoever sold you those suits had a wonderful sense of humor.
What it comes down to, Karen, is we're basically your only salvation. We're going to save your life, we're going to save his life, and we're going to keep you out of jail. This morning you told the members of this jury about your background.
It was easy for all of us to disappear. My house was in my mother-in-law's name. My cars were registered to my wife. My social security cards and driver's licenses were phonies. I never voted. I never paid taxes. My birth certificate and my arrest sheet. That's all you'd ever have to know I was alive.
See him here in the courtroom today?
Yes.
Please point him out to the members of the jury. Your Honor, please let the record reflect that Mr. Hill has identified the defendant, James Conway. Mr. Hill, do you also know a man by the name of Paul Cicero?
Yes.
You see him here in the courtroom today?
Yes.
Can you point him out to the members of the jury? Your Honor, let the record reflect that Mr. Hill has identified the defendant, Paul Cicero. Your Honor, I have a document that I'd like to have marked.
See, the hardest thing for me was leaving the life. I still love the life. We were treated like movie stars with muscle. We had it all just for the asking. Our wives, mothers, kids, everybody rode along. I had paper bags filled with jewelry stashed in the kitchen. I had a sugar bowl full of coke next to the bed.
People call them rats because a rat will do anything to survive. Isn't that right, Mr. Hill?
Objection!
I don't know nothing about being a rat.
Mr. Hill, you know everything about being a rat.
Objection, Your Honor. In view of the violence,
Anything I wanted was a phone call away. 3 cars, the keys to a dozen hideout flats all over the city. I'd bet 20, 30 grand over a weekend, and then